And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back with episode number 185. This is football. Football is back. We had a month off
in March,
and it's football season. We said we were going to take some time off from football, but we can't. NFL never sleeps.
Football is king.
Football is king. There has been so much football happen over the past couple days.
But I am ready for March Madness.
Oh, I absolutely am.
I got my 4 teams picked out just about.
Okay. Wow.
4 teams. Give us those.
Number 1, I think UConn's really freaking good.
They're really good.
UConn's really good. Kentucky's going to be scary. I'm with Peyton now. Mm-hmm. Kentucky's going to be scary. 3, I really like Creighton.
I do too.
I really like Creighton.
I love Creighton.
I like they're all old, and that's what always happens, man. That's what takes you deep in the tournament.
With a good coach.
Well,
Houston,
their big man Kalkbrenner got hurt last year. That's why they didn't make a run because he broke his foot.
And I love Shireman.
Yeah,
he
couldn't have started at Duke.
Couldn't have started at Duke, but I really like Shireman.
Whenever it was down to Duke and Creighton, Chancellor's like, nah, we don't need him. He'll come off the bench.
He would. He'd run a second unit.
Yeah, he's no Filipowski.
I like Houston. But their guard play, they're good, but they're not elite.
Houston has 2 players over 6'6", and they're on the roster.
It's weird.
And
it's
they're
weird.
both like 6'9". They're not even 7 foot.
That was an impressive Kansas beatdown the other day.
Yes, it was.
What is up with Kansas, though?
But Kansas beat them down in Kansas. It's like you said one day, Clay, it's like college basketball. You don't win on the road. You just don't do it.
You just straight up do not.
You don't do it.
Bill Self, it's the weirdest year he's ever had.
Yeah, it is.
With Dickinson as well, who everybody thought they're going to take that
oh my
step.
God, yeah.
My God, but they're going to be like a 5 seed and run the table.
Now they have been missing that one, the guard that's been hurt.
McCullough, has it been him? It's the only other player I know in Kansas. I'll tell you everybody in the nation next week. But
yeah,
right now I'll tell you very few.
I was watching Merrimack the other night. I love those small conference games.
Yeah, that's my 4.
Shout out McNeese.
My 4th is really Houston / I like Baylor. I like Baylor a lot too. I think they can shoot with anybody. / Baylor, and then
don't sleep on Tennessee.
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
I think North Carolina could do it. Duke's gonna make a run.
North Carolina can do it. They absolutely can. Yeah. Also, didn't know our white boy's 25 years old. Cormac Ryan,
Bill's favorite.
He's 25.
Yeah,
25.
But I think those.
You got to make sure to let Bill know that.
Yeah,
love that.
I think those top 3 are your 3 to look at, though.
Yeah,
and Tennessee's right there too.
Mm-hmm. Tennessee has a little bit of everything. That's what I like about them. I mean, they got size. They got.
Can Rick
veterans,
Barnes finally do it, though?
That's the thing.
It'd be cool.
Barnes, yeah.
It would be
and
cool.
they have the story.
They do.
They have a story. All those teams have a story.
Hey,
honestly.
it's March, man.
Dude,
March.
I didn't know Antonio Reeves was like a 5th-year senior for Kentucky. I just thought he was a freshman.
I thought he was just a Kentucky guy. Yeah.
I thought he was a Kentucky freshman that's really freaking good.
Is he on the latest mock?
Reed Shepherd going 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was fake, right?
No. It was a legit.
It was a legit.
It was
on 3. I tried to go.
It was a legit. It was a legit guy that said it.
Yes.
Now it wasn't your Jonathan Giovoni or any of like the ESPN
that'd be
guys.
a Spurs pick though. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. That would
fit
be
well with Victor.
That'd be wild.
It would be wild.
It'd be wild. But hey, with the draft this year, who knows?
But I mean, it just shows you. Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, I think Reeves is the best player on that team, though.
Dillingham's really good too.
Dillingham's good.
Dog.
Yeah.
A dog.
I'm telling you, they're really freaking good. Yeah, they just can't stop anybody.
I got a little something on them.
You get up 100 to Arkansas, that ain't good.
Must bus coming through, baby. Ooh.
The real nuts bus coming through down south.
Mm-hmm.
What about McNeese? They finally, I think, first time since 2002 they clinched today.
Well, they have to win their tournament still, huh?
No, they already won it. They won it today at 4 o'clock. Yeah. Beat Nichols by like 20 or something.
The Bayou Bandits.
If he wins a game, does he get a bigger job next year?
He's gone.
Yeah.
Already? Or?
If he wins that tournament game, he's gone. You know who?
They're going to be like a 13 seed.
You know who needs to hire him?
LSU.
No, please, I beg it. I mean, I love McMahon, but the team I'm worried about is going to hire him is Bama. That scares that crap out of me.
You think they're going to get rid of Nate Oates?
No, I think Nate Oates is going to take another job. Who I think needs
He
to hire
seems
him?
like an NBA guy with his thought process.
He said Ohio State the other day.
Yeah,
Really?
That's the one I keep.
Because
Because
he's got. Didn't you say he's got ties up
Does he
there?
have ties?
Yeah, I think Will Wade, because it just amazes me how far this program's dropped off, and he would have them right back in Villanova.
Oh,
would be
would they do it though? Are they too proud?
But I mean, they're losing right now.
They're in year 2 with that guy though,
and it's not good.
They're too proud though.
And Jay Wright was Final Four national champions, and then all of a sudden you're not making tournament.
I think that they might just be like
You think?
too respectful of like tradition. You know, they might not want that.
They might not.
Because like think about Jay Wright. He was like never did anything wrong. Like I think Will Wade's going to be one of them SEC schools with a lot of money.
He is.
Like that's
that
what's going to happen.
That or Clemson, because that's his alma mater.
Oh, I was listening to Rick Pitino.
Scary.
Rick Pitino's interview on Part of My Take. They had asked him about like what he thought about the modern day game and all that stuff, and he straight up said he hates it. He's like, it's the worst thing in the world, and he thinks that's why Jay Wright got out of coaching was because of the modern game.
I think so too.
And he even says like more and more people are leaving the game.
Jay
for
wasn't
this.
getting old.
Jay
was.
And he was still on top
in
of
the
his
prime.
game, man.
My God, what about the Nick Saban comments?
I
saw that.
Is
crap.
that real?
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard somebody tell me
It was
a
Ross
I didn't know if it was
Dellinger.
real.
Dude, you didn't watch the video?
No, I haven't seen it.
He's at the freaking
He's at the Congress, right?
Yes. But what it makes me laugh about it is
Crazy, man.
he's just pissed because everybody else is doing it now and
Yes.
he can't do it by himself.
Yes.
Like, I mean, what are you talking about, Saban? You read Dodge Chargers are all over Alabama. I mean,
His wife looked at him and said, "We
yeah,
can't do this
we can't
anymore."
do this anymore. What do we do?
What is this?
I
What
mean,
is this,
really?
man?
I mean, I'm glad she did say that.
Come
but
on.
I mean,
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
But, hey, dude, they're getting commits still left and
I
right,
know.
man. It's still getting them.
Because
Yeah.
he's got his watchful eye up there.
yeah, I'm say Saban's still recruiting. Don't,
Yeah,
don't get
absolutely.
you wrong. I mean,
Yeah, he hates NIL. but
yeah.
They're doing it the right way at Bama.
That's right. The right way. Yeah, I really that blew my mind when I heard that speech. I'm like, really, dude? Like, you're the reason why everybody started paying to begin with.
It's crazy.
Because you were paying.
But yeah, hey, we said we're talking about football.
Sorry,
hey,
man,
there's
it's
7
March.
minutes.
March.
Hey,
It
it's
is
March,
March.
baby. It's March.
It is
Like,
March.
I got that little tingle in my eye.
And
Yeah.
I watched
You know.
a lot of basketball last weekend. Down at
March.
Lake Charles.
Past couple weekends, man, I've watched a lot of college basketball.
I've watched minimal. It's March.
I hope I'm ready for. I was hoping. I was like, man, I wish McNeese were playing when I was down there this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
Because that new gym is nice. I drove
Yeah.
around it. I wanted to go look in it. Like it's a nice place.
Should have just walked up. You might could have done it.
They were having something in it.
I got a guy on TikTok, man. He just walks on these D1 fields. It just happens. He finds an open door.
Wow.
Courts too. Mm-hmm. He walked
when,
on.
when we went to Tech
he
the
went
other
to
day.
Bryant
We
Denny.
could have made it to Tech.
Oh,
pretty
you
easily.
could do whatever you want to on Joe I-8.
But they don't even know they play football there anymore.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about Sean Fox going off about the basketball crowd and all that?
I wanted to hear that rant.
The
I
crowd
saw him
wasn't
post
that
something.
bad.
It was just normal, I thought.
That's the problem.
But-
It wasn't a crowd for a.
I forgot it was
You're
quarter
playing
break.
for first place.
It was
Yeah.
quarter break and
I mean,
something else.
shouldn't
Ruston
affect-
was
it
in the-
shouldn't
yeah,
affect
Ruston
cities.
Ruston was at Lake
Right.
Charles.
You're talking about 1,000 more people.
Yeah,
That's
I
about
mean,
it.
Yeah.
because I mean, it wasn't that. Yeah, there wouldn't be like there's that many down there for that. I mean, and I mean that to me, everybody's what's a late tip. To me, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's the tip you
Gets
want
everybody
for
off
that
to get-
situation.
Yeah, and you also know a tip at that time is a sacrifice for national TV.
Yeah,
Like that's why the tip is at that time.
But I mean,
Isaiah Crawford coming back for year 6, man.
I tweeted. He didn't tweet back. It was the next day after he was ranting all over. But I'm like, it's your coach. Like,
Yeah.
look at what Will Wade's done to McNeese in year 1. I mean, you gotta have the energy and put butts in the seat yourself. Like,
Crowd was
you gotta
packed for
sell
Mike
it.
White.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike White, there wasn't a seat in that house.
Mike
man.
White was out there selling tickets himself, basically.
Conkle.
Yeah,
Conkle's
I mean,
the same way.
You got to go out there and put yourself out there to help you with that.
When
can't
your
just-
coach feels
I mean,
like he's too good for
with
it.
Conkle, I think what it was for that game was pretty much how packed it was. There
I don't know.
was people behind us in the section, and that rarely happened with Conkle.
But when he had them good teams, man.
We went to the games with those good
That's
teams.
what I'm saying. They had more than that. They had more.
Maybe. We also had the best player in the nation, or
Yeah.
one of the best players with Lofton, and a freaking gold medalist.
Yeah.
Like he was a sight to bring people there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a national name at the time. I thought about Sean Fox the other day. I was listening to him. We need to bring him on before the draft.
Yeah, I would love to.
I'm sometime in the next month or so. See what happens with March Madness with the teams.
Yeah.
And if Tech can make the jump finally, and then also talk some Saints draft and stuff. I think that'd be a good idea. But yeah, this is football, man. It is March, but football is one of the crazier free agencies I can remember,
dude.
in terms of big names.
How are these running backs going?
So yeah, like it's the year of the running back. I
Except
guess
to Dallas.
Yeah. But it's kind of crazy because like it's like all the running backs just finally got tired of franchise tags and low ball offers from these hometown teams, and they're like, we're gonna hit the open market and we're gonna make our own money, and it worked. Like it's honestly worked. I think it's been a very successful free agency for all these running backs, and not only for them, but I think the teams have gotten some pretty good deals.
Yeah.
Like none of these deals
They're
that have
not
been
crazy.
signed,
None of them been insane.
Like the
None.
biggest one is probably Josh Jacobs, 4 years, $48 million. I think that's a fine contract.
He's still like 26,
He's like
27?
25 or 26.
Am I the only one that was shocked on that? Green Bay never does
Out of
anything
nowhere.
like that.
No.
Ever.
If they spend, it's on defense.
Yeah, and that's usually not a well-known
No.
star like that.
No.
That blew my mind when that happened.
I mean, they literally didn't keep Aaron Jones because they wouldn't pay him.
Right.
But then they go and pay Josh Jacobs.
For
which
another
it-
injured running back.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's an upgrade. I like the move, but it was it was a shot. Like, I don't
Very
think
much.
anyone really expected that. But at the same time, I didn't really know where Josh Jacobs was going.
Yeah.
Like all the talk was Saquon and Derrick Henry and
Jacobs would have done well in Dallas.
yeah,
I think
he would
anybody
have.
would have.
They
Man.
would have.
It's just so weird.
But like everybody was talking about Saquon, Henry. Pollard was getting talked about plenty. But
God, that's a bad move.
it was an
On his
interesting one.
part.
It was an interesting one. But I don't think people really talked about Josh Jacobs because it kind of just felt like, oh, he's going to be a Raider. Like that's what it just felt like. And then he was like the first one to sign, I think.
First or
of
second.
the running backs.
Yeah.
Maybe Pollard might have been before him.
Pollard was. I think Pollard was the first one.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But man, some crazy moves, and very quickly. I mean, day one of legal tampering, it was already off to a wild start. Like it reminded me of NBA. Like
It was a lot like that.
That's how crazy it was. And
Because I remember I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, it's supposed to start happening around 11, and then I refreshed Twitter. I was like, oh, here it goes. It was like one after the other. And, like, rumor after rumor after rumor started happening.
yeah, it was a wild day. Where do y'all want to start? You want to just go down this NFL list?
Yeah.
We've got Kirk Cousins to ATL, 4 years, $180 million. 100 of that is guaranteed.
What the freak?
Whenever you read these contracts, you got to know teams do it in such weird ways. So this is essentially a 2-year deal with 100 guaranteed, and then after that they can get out of it.
Yeah. Still.
So $50 million a year is what we're looking at for Kirk.
Yeah, yeah,
Because then he'll probably
36 coming off an Achilles.
Achilles.
that is true.
One playoff win in 12 years. One.
I didn't know you had one.
One.
Good for him.
It was
Saints.
against us, and it took literally
Kyle
a
Rudolph.
miracle.
Kyle Rudolph.
It literally took a miracle to win.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was that one?
That was Minneapolis Miracle.
It wasn't.
No,
them
that was
come-
Case Keenum.
That was Case
That was
Keenum.
Keenum.
This
They
is the
had-
Kyle Rudolph
Same-
game.
same
Kyle
quarterback.
Rudolph.
The
and
other
quarterback.
Vikings heartbreaking loss.
Yeah, same quarterback. They're both white and just average. Dude, that blows my mind.
I don't hate it.
I don't, but I don't think it's really good. Like
Like Cowherd
the
said, it's
way-
McDonald's. You know what you're gonna get.
That is so true. That was so Cowherd line. But like,
It's phenomenal.
Okay, you sit there, and if I'm an Atlanta fan, if I'm a Tampa fan, if I'm who else was there? Another quarterback that got? No, there really wasn't. Those two. Okay,
Dangerous.
like okay, a Russ fan, which granted that you 1.2 million. I mean,
He's
why
playing for free.
and they've had some really good signings. But like, I know what these two quarterbacks are, Kirk and Baker. They're not getting me past the first round of the playoffs.
Maybe.
Okay, at best they get you second.
Hey, the NFC, who knows?
I'm paying them $35 million and $50 million a year, right? Why not take a flyer on Justin Fields? I don't think he's that good, but like, why not
He
get
could
him?
be. You don't know.
You don't get him in a system where you might want to try to help him out a little bit, give him a play caller, give him some weapons, and just try it. If I'm one of those fans, I'd rather do that than what you just did.
Yep. Because there's a possibility of a franchise.
For instance,
Because they would
Atlanta.
all be young.
Atlanta, you're young everywhere.
Everywhere.
Say Justin Fields, you're one. Okay, this ain't working. Well, you don't have him probably signed to about a 2-year deal anyway. Then you just go draft you one.
Yeah.
I mean, with this Kirk deal, yeah, it's 2, but
Kind of hoping it works.
you're hoping it works because this is the move that you think is going to make you.
Well,
get
I
to that
think
next
that's
level.
why you spoke of how they're so young, especially offensively. I mean, they've got a lot of young talent:
A lot,
Bijan,
yeah.
Kyle Pitts, Drake
Yeah.
London. Signed Darnell Mooney to a fine deal. Yeah, he got paid more than Saquon, but still, I think it was a fine deal for Mooney. A lot of young offensive talent. I think that is why they didn't go for Fields, because they're not paying any of these guys yet. But Mooney's getting paid, yes, but everybody else is still on their rookie deals. I think now they're like Kirk Cousins. Yes, he's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not a top quarterback.
Expedite the process.
Yeah, he can come in and. I mean, if he's the Kirk Cousins he's been the past 2 or 3 years, with everything else that's around this team, maybe it's good enough to make 11 wins in a playoff run. And a playoff run for them is 2 wins.
Yeah, and I get that, but was really somebody offering $100 million guaranteed for 2 years?
Yeah, I don't understand the pay.
Where did this money come from?
Where was the competition?
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, everyone was thinking he was getting $40+ million guaranteed. Wow, a year. So like 8. I think people were starting it at 80 guaranteed.
I mean, still, that's better than 100. I mean, that gets you another player or two if you don't pay them the 50 instead of the.
Yeah. Like, it kind of feels like they're bidding against themselves.
That's what I felt like.
Because like he was not going back to Minnesota.
Atlanta felt desperate.
Yeah, I don't think he's going back. I don't think he would go back.
I don't
to
think Minnesota was taking him back.
I don't think they wanted him back.
I don't think
they want to start
either.
over.
I think they
I really
too.
do.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I mean Vegas. I think they like the O'Connell kid undoubtedly. Which I don't understand why.
Oh, I mean, Vegas signing Kirk would have been. I mean, how much different is that?
They don't have a running
Jimmy
back.
G. Vegas, they signed somebody, but they like Zamir White.
Let's say White.
They like him.
Yeah,
but I mean, then they got the Colts guy, Minshew.
Yeah,
yes,
they got him.
they got him at
the insurance policy.
I mean, to be honest with you, I would take Minshew over Kirk.
Come up for the price points.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well,
For the
even
price.
almost even the play.
And for the state of that franchise.
I don't know about that. Kirk's been good, man.
Put Kirk at Indianapolis last year. Does he do what
Kirk's
Minshew
been
did?
good, man.
I'm not saying he's not been good.
I think he's
I don't
better.
think Minshew was.
I'm not saying.
I don't think Minshew was that important to the Colts succeeding last year. I think the Colts just had a good roster and a very good play caller.
I think for what Vegas wants to do, Minshew made more sense than Kirk. But I think for what the Falcons are trying to do, Kirk makes more sense than Minshew, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Raiders aren't worried about winning right now. Falcons need to do something while they still got these really good
The Falcons
guys
are
young.
taking advantage of a lot of really good offensive talent that's young that they've had the opportunity to draft
failed.
all of these guys in the first 10 picks of the first round the past 3 or 4 years. And now they got rid of Desmond Ridder and they got Kirk Cousins. And they won 8 games last year with Ridder and Heineke. And yes, Kirk Cousins isn't he's not an elite quarterback that has won playoff games, but I mean we've been a pretty pro Kirk Cousins podcast.
Yeah, no. I like Kirk as a guy.
Yeah,
I'm not bashing him. Like I like him as even a player.
Yeah,
I just don't think he's $100 million at 36 with an Achilles.
Yeah,
I mean like that's getting old for a guy that's not just the most fit body anyway. Like I mean,
yeah,
he's just
the money's the biggest issue here.
Yes, yeah.
That's the biggest issue, but I still think their roster is constructed in a way that they can make it okay because they're not paying no one else. They're really not.
No, and I guess another concern, and I know he's not going to be. But your head coach is still a defensive-minded guy.
But their offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson.
Right. I mean, and
who will probably be a head coach in the next 3 years.
That's who I wanted in New Orleans right now.
Yeah. But we also know what a defensive-minded head coach is like. And in the end, they get their way.
Hey, so D'Amico made it happen.
D'Amico did.
I think that was more of a partnership there, though.
I do, too.
Because they already knew each other, and they're super close.
And
that's exactly what Atlanta's got.
That's what they got.
D'Amico's never been a head coach, and I don't know.
It could go very wrong for Atlanta.
Yes,
it absolutely could.
Yeah.
I mean, the Morris could fail. Kurt could not be himself.
Mm-hmm. Like D'Amico felt safe. It felt right.
But even then, no one expected that to
Nobody
happen.
expected it to happen
D'Amico
this
feels
quickly.
young, energetic, exciting. I mean,
Moore's been around the block a little while now.
But even though Morris has had that opportunity where he's failed, still everyone around the league loved this hire. Like everyone loved and talked about like he needed this shot. And this ain't Josh Freeman and the creamsicle Bucks anymore.
No.
Or not even the creamsicle, the pewter Bucks.
They were
that was ugly uniform Bucks.
Yes.
Those were some rough teams. Like it ain't the Mike Evans and Chris Godwin teams anymore. Or Levante David. It was rough back then for Raheem. So I think you got to give him some type of credit for that. And I think it can work. Yes, it's got a way to go very, very poorly for the Falcons. But I mean, right now I think it's hard not to call them the favorites in the South.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying.
And then I think the Bucks. I think the Bucks are very close behind them.
Yeah. The Bucks better go find a player or two, though. Too. I mean,
for what position?
That roster, that secondary is
secondary.
Is very vulnerable.
I think they're going to draft in that though. I think they're going to draft at corner.
And
there.
I mean, they lost a significant play caller. I mean
yeah.
That dude made Geno look good, made Baker look good. I mean, like he obviously knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And you still got that coach there, that head coach that I have no confidence in.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he still has a job.
I am too. I mean, really, let's be honest with you. But so Tampa would be right there for sure. I mean, they're knocking on the
and
door.
Then there's the Saints.
Hey,
we're better than the Panthers.
We are better than the Panthers.
Are we? I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's almost a question at some point, man.
Hey, I like the Willie Gay signing.
I like that signing too.
I like that, but I love
like
Deontay
that.
Johnson for the Panthers too.
Yeah.
Have you seen his open rates?
Locker room.
No, he ain't no locker room issue. He ain't no locker room
He
issue.
didn't play hardly.
Screw that.
Yeah.
He halfway went through the motions.
If Tomlin's,
Tomlin's.
I would trust Tomlin on that over the player.
Tomlin.
Everybody loves Tomlin, but
George Pickens is the problem. That's the problem up there. Deontay, I like that move a lot.
Yeah, when he's
for him.
happy, but he ain't gonna be happy. They're just gonna be losing.
We also
Chance, he ain't been happy because he's had Kenny Pickett throwing the ball to him.
My God, you got Bryce Young,
number one pick. Come on now,
Bama,
Bama, number one pick.
Like we liked Adam Thielen hire too, and see how well that went. I mean,
he had 1,000.
Well, but I mean, it didn't get him nowhere.
No,
like I mean, they won
2 games.
2 games, yeah.
The Panthers have made moves though.
They never led though. That was what it was. They never led during the game.
Panthers, they got Robert Hunt. They got the Lewis kid from LSU, Damian Lewis at guard.
Are they looking at Chase Young? Was that one of the guys?
Where did Dante Jackson go? They traded him.
They traded him to Pittsburgh.
With Deontay for Dante.
Yeah. Pittsburgh made some good moves.
They did. They did.
Patrick Queen just that doesn't feel Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I mean, he felt like Baltimore when he got drafted.
Absolutely.
But I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. But the Falcons, it's a risk. It's a risk, but hey, they took it. Maybe it'll turn out like the Saints taking a risk on Derek Carr. We'll see.
I mean, who knows? We got some. If DA lets the offensive guy call his own stuff, who knows?
Hey, we'll see.
I mean, we'll be honest with you. We're not like we're not gonna sit here and talk ourselves into it, but like
no, we are.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
You still, I mean,
Super Bowl. Or bust,
I don't feel like neither.
We're a piece or two away.
I'm still not scared of Atlanta or Tampa Bay.
Scared of them? No, we can beat them.
Yes,
we can beat them, but we'll also beat ourselves probably about 5 times this year.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I give us let's see what this offensive staff can do. Like, I mean, we're not asking for a lot here.
We'll draft our D tackle in the first round, and then
we
draft
better
a left guard in the second round.
What's his name walk? We just lost another D tackle.
Who cares?
Roach.
Yeah, Roach.
Roach went to
Raiders.
Denver. I thought he went to Denver.
Denver.
If you can believe that, he went
Yeah.
to Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Oh, so they signed Lil Jordan Humphrey again today.
Yeah, and Will Lutz decided to go back.
That was crazy.
Yeah, Sean threatened his family.
Yeah.
He said, "You want to go to Jacksonville?" No, you don't. Can't believe Morstead didn't come over. He re-signed with the Jets today.
Is he the closest thing to like Bill Belichick as far as like
A cult?
having his guys he just likes and trusts?
Did you see the Roddy White tweet
There
today
ain't
about him?
nobody else, man.
Did y'all see that?
Uh-uh.
Roddy White?
No.
Y'all didn't see what he said about Sean?
Oh, no telling.
Oh.
You want to talk about CTE? This man right here, he gets on the Twitter machine. It's ugly.
I need to follow him.
I'll pull it up real quick.
This might sound controversial. Jason Kidd has looked more and more black as he's gotten older.
It's that Dallas Heat.
Dude, he didn't look that black in his playing days.
Nah.
I thought he was a full-on Caucasian back
He's
then.
not staying
here
in
we
the
go.
gym
Roddy
grinding
White.
practice anymore. He's outside.
Sean
He's
Payton's
dark.
time has passed him by. Don't matter who he gets in the draft. Drew carried that man, and he ain't done nothing since. that was his tweet today at 1
He's
o'clock.
just mad because we beat him his whole
whipped him.
career. Yeah. He couldn't do nothing in his career because of the Saints.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him.
I don't want people to think that I said that because he coached the Saints and I was a Falcons player.
Oh, of course not. No. Who would have thought that?
I just watch the games because I'm a fan. Your job as a coach is to put the players in the best position to make plays, and he didn't.
Okay.
That's what Roddy said.
Thank you, Roddy.
Preach to him, Roddy.
Let's run through some more of these signings. Christian Wilkins, big contract
That
to the
happened
Raiders.
quickly as well.
Yeah, and I didn't get to put the graphic out because I was struggling to.
We didn't do well anyway.
No, we didn't.
We got this one right.
But I don't even know why we got that one right. I put that down as my prediction with no reports of it.
But
I hadn't even heard about it. It just felt good.
It just felt good because of Pierce
They paid
being
for
there,
it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Raiders had the money.
Yeah, but yeah, Christian Wilkins, 4 years, $110 million to the Raiders, $84 million guaranteed for a D
That's
tackle.
a lot.
That's just
It's a lot of
It's too
it's a lot.
much.
That's too much.
Too much for a gap filler.
How much between him and Max Cosby did they have on that D line?
A lot.
I mean, that's a lot of money guaranteed for two D linemen.
And they're two very good D linemen.
Yes.
So it might work.
Two of the best at their
I mean,
position.
It might
but
get you
still.
to 7 and 10 now.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey.
Who's playing quarterback?
eesh.
Mania, baby. Daniil Hunter.
Texas might kill
What is-
somebody
God, I
this
love the
year,
Texans.
too.
What is LSU's new facility going to get now with the Hunter's contract? Because I guarantee you he will be buying something down there.
He only had 48
Gotta
of
write
his,
off.
he only had 48 of his 49 million guaranteed. So,
Dude,
for
2
2 years,
years.
2 years, 50 million.
him off one edge, Will Anderson off the other.
I know.
Like
Derek Stingley in the secondary.
Yes.
Anthony Richardson
Is a
scared
dog.
to death.
Yeah.
That
Touchdown
dude,
Jesus
That
is gonna have
South,
an
that
ACL
South is
going.
just. I love
Will
the
Levis.
AFC South.
Poor Will Levis.
Rest his soul.
He got Cushionberry, but God bless him.
How about Jacksonville fans? Or there's a couple of them. But Jags fans, you draft Trevor Lawrence. The rest of your division at the time is what? Phillip Rivers,
You feel really good.
Long neck guy.
Davis
David
Mills,
Mills.
Mike Glennon,
Yeah.
Tannehill.
Ugh.
You're like, hey, we got the
We
best
got
quarterback.
touchdown Jesus. We got the best guy since Andrew Luck.
Hey, then we go get Calvin Ridley off of his suspension.
Yeah, we get Calvin
yes,
Ridley. We got
he was really good that
we
year.
got Travis Etienne. We got Christian Kirk. Great
Dude,
year.
we're gonna be good. Josh Allen's doing great.
We're
as
gonna
an edge
run the
rusher.
division.
And they started out hot.
Yeah,
They did.
We're gonna run the division. We go to the playoffs.
And touchdown,
We,
you just
we
got
beat
hurt?
we beat the Chargers.
We could have beat the Chiefs.
Could have beat the Chiefs.
They got hurt, and then he got hurt for the first time in his career, which is crazy.
And every other team in the division looked good immediately.
Better, yeah.
Like it's crazy. C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson,
South
It's the
Tennessee.
Will
most
Levis.
Jacksonville thing ever,
I don't
man.
mind Tennessee right now. I'm liking their moves.
Yeah,
I think it can work.
I don't like their. Yeah,
You don't like their what? Coach?
yeah.
Callahan?
I don't know.
He's got a shot, man. He's got a shot. He made Joe Burrow work.
I'm always curious about them dudes that
Yeah.
are coaching underneath offensive minded guys.
Yeah.
It's just it's a natural concern,
Yes.
but I don't know. Everybody loved it, and
I
his
think
daddy
so.
wanted to go coach with him too. I think that's cool.
That is cool. I like the moves they're making. They're going for it, and it's interesting. I think their offense can be fun if Levis can.
If
Levis can click, I mean, obviously that's going to be the
we
thing.
saw it at times.
Yes,
though.
we had glimpses.
We saw it.
I mean, after about a couple games, I was fully out on him
Yeah.
forever, and then I kind of bought in. So like,
I mean,
he's
I
shown
think
the flashes.
It's
Second
way better
best
than
quarterback in
Malik.
that draft last year.
way better than Malik.
Probably.
I mean,
Richardson
him
got
and
hurt.
Richardson are right.
Richardson
I ain't
looked good.
seen enough of Richardson, man. We're going off a game and a half.
And he looked good in them couple games.
He ran the ball. That was about it.
But I mean,
he
he
looked good,
stayed hurt his whole career.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm not going to
concerning.
be super sold on Richardson until
They got Joe Flacco.
he does it for a couple years. He's going to get the Otani treatment. I need 3 years.
three
consecutive.
consecutive years from him.
Yeah, so I
That
need
might
some
be a lot.
unanimous MVPs like Otani got. Did you know they start the regular season earlier than everybody?
Yeah, they're in Japan.
Dude, I thought that was just for spring training. I didn't know it was a real
It's
game.
like next weekend, huh?
It's the 20th.
Yeah. Wow.
They start them and the
It's next
Padres
weekend.
start the week ahead of everybody.
That's
a week
actually
from today.
A week from today.
Yeah, that's crazy. They got on the plane today. Dylan Cease got traded to the Padres while the Padres are in the air going over the
How much
Pacific.
did those tickets cost? Oh,
the Otani
They picked
ticket.
two perfect. Yamamoto's going to pitch.
Exactly.
Yu Darvish.
oh my!
You,
gosh.
yeah.
Hung Sung Kim.
Yeah, the shortstop. Wow. That's going to be fun.
Shohei.
That's going to be fun.
West Coast teams, too, because you know that's who Japan gets to watch.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
me guess. MLB screwed up, and it's probably not a national televised game.
It's on ESPN at 5 a.m.
Oh.
Okay, I
Wow,
mean,
that's cool.
You can't help the time,
Yeah,
but at least they put
no.
it on ESPN.
That's
Oh,
cool.
like
yeah.
I'll
Is it a series?
We'll follow. Yeah, it's three-game series.
Cool. That's cool.
And both teams are going to play some Japan teams first as a
Warm-up.
exhibition
Yeah.
to get their feet underneath them.
That'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Okay,
Yamamoto has not looked good in
Yeah, I
spring
saw that
training.
today.
Chance, I was all over it.
Yeah, but Daniil Hunter and the Texans, a lot of good stuff happening in Houston. We'll be talking more about their signings as we go. Saquon Barkley to the Eagles, 3 years, $37 million, 25 guaranteed. Yet again, as I was saying, a lot of running backs got paid, but I don't think any of them are like ones that are just going to hurt your team. Like I think they're all fine deals. Like you're not in 2 to 3 years, we're not going to look and be like.
What a bad contract.
Yeah. The spring of 2024 was when like running backs just screwed up everybody's teams. Like you know how people look back at the NBA in 2016, whenever the Timothy Mozgov and the Luol Deng and all them when the salary cap jumped because of the new TV deal, and everybody's like, you remember that summer when everybody got paid way too much money. All right, after my random rant of NBA free agency talk there, we're going back to Saquon Barkley. What do y'all feel about this? So, goes to Philadelphia. We obviously know A.J. Brown getting paid there, but who knows if he's ever happy. Devontae Smith getting paid soon. Jalen Hurts getting paid a lot. What do we feel about Saquon here? 3 years, $37 million.
I don't think it's that big of a difference maker
Ooh, okay. Why not?
because they've had success with anybody they put in the backfield. Why do they need a star running back if they've been having success with Kenneth Gainwell, Miles Sanders, DeAndre Swift, Boston Scott? They don't really – Corey Clement. They don't really need a stud. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Ravens. Anybody you put back there is going to tote the rock, and they're going to be perfectly fine because of that's just the DNA of that team, basically. So I don't think they needed to do that.
The biggest thing I see here is like, one, Saquon's been so good when he's had so little with the Giants,
but it's not going to matter.
But he's like undeniably a better football player than Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenny G, all of them probably combined.
Yeah, but it don't matter.
I think in terms of this, I think it does matter a little bit more because you lost Jason Kelce. That's where I think it.
But
I
they
think
got the
Jason
other
Kelce.
four.
I think Jason Kelce's been such a good. I think he's been such a big part of why these guys with no names succeed. Now you lose that. We don't really know exactly what the O-line is going to look like in the future because it's been all we've known for the past 15 years is you've got an all-pro in the middle and he's going to take care of it. Like, God, we've seen the blocks that Kelce does when he's pulling to the left and he's sprinting all as fast as he can 20 yards downfield.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kelce is a Hall of Famer, and they just lost that Hall of Famer, and now no one really exactly knows how it's going to be going forward. you add a freaking top 3 to 5 running back in the league with Saquon. In an offense where he's not going to have to be the team and where he can...
And he's never had an offensive line. In New
No,
York.
he's never had an offensive line at all. And he's never had... Yes, Jalen Hurts took a step back this year, but he ain't had Jalen Hurts. He's had Danny Dimes and the ghost of Eli. Like he's had not good quarterback play there.
Yeah.
I think it can be good for both. It'll give Philly something that we haven't seen since what? Brian Westbrook, Shady McCoy.
I mean, they signed DeMarco Murray the year after he got the rushing record.
He kind of went down a little bit pretty quickly though.
Maybe that'll happen.
This will be the closest thing since Shady, and we know what Shady was back then. It'll be fun. It'll make the Eagles a little bit more interesting. I don't hate it at all, and it's not a bad contract. It's not.
Does AJ Brown like it?
I haven't seen his statement.
Less touches for him.
That's true. But also maybe less touches for Boston Scott. We'll see.
He got cut, didn't he?
They ain't brought him back yet, but he'll find his way.
He'll resign.
They got to have somebody
man.
else.
He's a freaking legend up there.
And he'll still score against the Cowboys.
He's our... trying to think. He's not...
Keith Kirkwood.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, he didn't produce.
He was our little Jordan.
Yeah,
Marquez Callaway.
Yeah, kind of Lance Moore.
Any of these dudes.
He's our Lance Moore.
Lance Moore had way more success.
Lance Moore was a legend, though.
But I mean, yeah, because of the
Devery
catch.
Henderson.
Yeah, the catch.
The catch. Yeah. Devery Henderson's a good one.
Yeah.
Because he scored just enough. I mean, Boston scored enough.
Carlos Hicks got a pick on Devery in Tiger Stadium.
He always talked about that.
He showed us the highlight. He was like, greatest moment of my life.
Let's move on. Jonathan Grenard. Him and Daniil Hunter swapped places. 12.5 sacks for him last year. He was very good. Not a huge name, but very good player.
He just wanted to get paid.
Yeah, went to the Vikings 4 years, $76 million. I mean, it's a heck of a payday for him. Calvin Ridley signed a couple hours ago to the Titans. Woo! $50 million guaranteed. 4 years, $92 million.
Don't get
He's turning 30, I think, next month. Which seems crazy in its own right.
He's had one good year of football. One.
Yeah.
He's had one good year of football.
He never really clicked in Atlanta, but every time you watch him, you don't feel like he's like you watch him, you think really good player. He just never he don't produce that well.
Man, it's weird.
It's
weird.
It is weird. What are you thinking, Peyton? You hate it?
Yeah, absolutely hate it. Like, it's beyond terrible. I mean, like,
it's a lot of money.
He wanted to go to New England. That might be the only thing worse.
I saw a funny tweet. It was they were like, "Wow, Calvin Ridley, his odds to sign with Jacksonville were minus 300. New England was plus 180, and the Titans were plus 1800. Look where he went.
Yeah. I saw that.
Got a payday, got no state taxes, and he went to an underdog.
I don't get it. At all. No.
I also saw the joke of A.J. Brown wanted 4 years, $100 million, so they gave Cal Ridley 4 years, $92 million.
And then they paid Nuke on the other side for I forget how much he's making.
Whatever he wants.
It is. I think it can work for the Titans. I like the pieces. Yes, it is a lot of money that they're paying these pieces. Pollard's getting a lot of money.
Got a rookie deal.
Nuke's getting a lot of money. Ridley's getting a lot of money. But, yeah, you've got the rookie quarterback in Levis.
You have to pay him earlier than normal because he's a second-rounder.
Is he?
No, he went late first.
I thought he went second.
No, he did go second.
He dropped to second.
Because old girl beside him at the draft night.
Yeah, he got invited to the draft, and the poor guy went second.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's they'll have to pay him in 3 years.
Yeah.
Which that is a factor. But this will help. Hey, in 3 years, if Will Levis is the guy that if he's taking that step with these people, they'll be happy to pay him. I think it can work. And like I said, this division, I think everyone expected the Titans to be the worst team in the division, if not the worst team in the conference next year. Like the Titans, no Vrabel, King Henry's gone, Tannehill's gone, that little magic. You don't really know what's going to happen at quarterback. Levis hasn't really proved nothing, and Levis don't have anything around him now with Henry. Everyone, I think, would have expected them to be at least a bottom 5 team. Now I think they've got the makings to be a 7, 8, 9 win team next year if Levis takes a decent step.
Yeah.
And if you're a Titans fan, how are you not happy right now? Like, your team's going to be interesting. You've got fun offensive playmakers. They've got solid defensive players.
In years.
No, yeah, you haven't. You've got an offensive-minded coach. That's something we love to talk about. Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Speaking of Duke legend.
Legend?
What, Derek?
Dude couldn't score at Duke.
He really couldn't.
No, literally couldn't score.
He's probably a really good player. In the
You've also got your dad coming in to be the O-line coach from the Browns, who's one of the best O-line coaches in the league.
That's one of them thrunks right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've got a lot of stuff going on the up and up for the Titans. If you, like I said, if in late December, early January, whenever Vrabel got fired and King Henry was given a goodbye speech in your last home game, I think everyone as a Titans fan was like, yeah, we're going to suck for the next 5 years. But now it looks the opposite. But they paid a lot of money.
A whole lot.
That's the major.
Are we
point
sold
there.
on Pollard?
I think Pollard's not going to have to be what he was in Dallas. I think
was he anything last year in Dallas?
that's the thing. Pollard was at his best with Zeke. Like that, whenever Pollard
King Henry's
could play
gone.
off of somebody. King Henry's gone, but Tajay Spears is there.
Yeah.
And Tajay Spears was getting the ball with Henry on the field. If Henry's gone, Spears is still getting that ball with Pollard. So I think they're going to kind of form a good duo. I like that because honestly, I didn't expect the Titans to sign anybody. I thought they'd just roll with Spears. I probably have him in a fantasy league to be a keeper, honestly, because I had that in my mind where Henry's gone, Spears is taking over next year. But I think it's a fun offense. And how long has it been since we've been able to say that about the Titans? So, because even with Henry,
Steve McNair days.
yeah, honestly, because even with Henry and AJ Brown, it was Tannehill and Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
Like, nothing about that was fun.
No. Yeah, it was not fast delivery by FedEx, man.
No. But yeah, so it's a shocker, but honestly, I kind of like the move more for Ridley than New England, definitely.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I think it's a better situation for him right now than Jacksonville. Because with Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, like they've got weapons, Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram. Like Jacksonville didn't really need him. Like, it felt like it had been a little bit of an overkill of weapons, honestly. Too many mouths to feed. Now he gets to go here and be the number 2. Behind Nuke Hopkins, who still has plenty of the tank. We saw that last year. Patriots bring back Owanu, one of the better tackles on the board. It was a Patriot way deal. Leonard Williams stays in Seattle after he got traded during the deadline. Big contract there. CD Deuce, our boy.
How about those tweets?
What did he put out there? I didn't see anything.
He's going back.
Yeah, he's going back to Philly.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen this.
Oh, yeah.
How did I miss that?
I don't know because he dogged the Philly fans.
And it's about when he left?
And then yesterday he sends a tweet out about how much he just loves the Philly fans. They're just awesome. And
26 years old. He's on his fourth different team.
Fourth different team.
Third different team. Fourth team.
Fourth different roster, yes.
The Eagles just had some money, man, to spend.
I don't know how. They signed Jalen to an enormous contract.
They got A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown's contract.
Devontae Smith. Has he been paid yet?
He's about to be.
He's going to be paid now.
Jalen Hurts has been paid.
Jalen Hurts has been paid. I think
they paid their guard, Dickerson, too.
Lane Johnson.
They're doing something illegal.
Their whole defensive line, which some of them retired, were getting paid big money.
But they have a lot of young dudes, too.
Fletcher's gone. Hargrave he left last year. I can't think of a linebacker they're paying. Slay's getting paid a little bit, maybe.
Slay's getting paid a good bit, I think. I think that's how they traded for him.
I think Bradbury's gone.
Okay.
I think he might be gone. Bayard's gone. Who's their other safety? Reed Blankenship. He's a rookie contract.
It's impressive how much money they have to spend.
It is.
Every offseason.
Check the books. Somebody's checked the books.
Every offseason, they're buying guys.
Mm-hmm. They're doing something illegal. I'm
they got to run
sold on it.
And
that's been the position where they've never paid.
And the next guy,
which I never saw. What was Deuce's numbers?
Bryce Huff
3 years, $33 million.
It's 11 a year.
Up to 33. So I'm not sure how low that goes.
Some Shohei Ohtani crap.
So when he went to Detroit, it was just a 1-year deal.
Yeah, it was a prove it.
Because
I thought it was a.
No one would ever sign him because no one really understood why. And yeah, he went late. He signed with them late. Bryce Huff though, yeah, from the Jets. Not a big name. I think he's an undrafted guy. Most highest paid contract for an undrafted non-quarterback in history.
And then they almost got Xavier McKinney too.
Yeah, they were rumored for him.
And look how much he got from
Green Bay. They might have, when they lost him. That probably is when they flipped to CD Deuce.
Yeah.
Bryce Huff though, yeah, not a huge name or not one that a lot of people will know, but football Twitter loves him. They said he's just a very productive edge rusher for the Jets and one that will be missed. And he's also going to go to a place where he's not going to have a ton of pressure on him because Philly's always got a good pass rush. They always will. Hassan Reddick is supposed to be getting traded. I think so. We'll see when that happens or if that happens. But Bryce Huff, yeah, another good signing there.
I'll take Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, well, Saints aren't doing that.
No.
Come on now. Xavier McKinney, though, going to the Packers.
Yet again, spending some money.
But they always spend on defense. It feels like that's always what they're spending.
Zadarius Smith that year.
And Preston Smith on the other side. Jari Alexander's getting paid. Kenny Clark's getting paid. Xavier McKinney, 4 years, $68 million, who he's only 25. I think I saw a tweet that he's younger than Sam Hartman, who's a rookie quarterback in the draft. So like that shows you some of these guys that are coming out nowadays, especially like that come from the big schools like that. With like going to Bama, he probably signed when he was probably on campus at 17. Like,
I mean, Colin Hurley's on campus at 16.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's nuts. He just got his driver's license.
He could sling that mug.
He could sling it.
Yeah, but McKinney, 4 years, $68 million. I like that. I like that move a lot. He's a fun player. I liked him at Bama too. He wasn't one of those overhyped guys. You know, it felt like he was an actual good player from Bama. And another loss for the Giants that they're not going to have a great year. I don't think.
I mean, they boss.
But they got Brian Burns.
Yeah,
big move there. I mean,
cheaper than it was two.
It was not 2 first-round picks. It was a second and a fifth.
That's so sad.
The Panthers,
so
man.
bad.
The Panthers. Robert Hunt, we talked about that, to the Panthers. Shout out ULL. That's where he's from. 5 years, $100 million. Patrick Queen, LSU legend.
Yes.
3 years, $41 million to the Steelers.
Unbelievable.
Some very fun Twitter stuff going on between him and the former Ravens teammates.
All the Ravens are doing that.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
It's very fun. I saw Isaiah Likely to him and Geno Stone.
Yeah, Lamar did it too.
Yeah, they're like, good luck, but
Geno's like, F me.
Hope you go 0-17.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun.
But yeah, I mean, Patrick Queen to the Steelers. He's an AFC North player.
Oh,
he is.
Absolutely.
Like, there was nowhere else really for him to go.
No.
Don't he wear the tape over his nose?
Yes.
I mean,
he wears 0.
That's Roquan.
He wears 8.
8. Mm-hmm. He wears LSU number.
Yeah. Roquan 0. I like this move for the Steelers, though. I do.
They've done a lot of good things.
There's not been a move the Steelers has made that I haven't.
They just don't have a quarterback.
I mean, if Russ
if
Russ just gives you average. I mean, look what they did last year with nobody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they played 3 quarterbacks last year.
Arthur Smith's got them.
And they had 10 wins? 9? 10?
I think they were 9.
No.
He didn't go under 500.
No.
I think it was 9.
So it was 9 and 8.
So, I mean, Russ brings you a win or two, huh?
If he beats Kenny.
Is he better than Mason Rudolph?
Oh, God.
Mason Rudolph signed with the Titans today?
No.
I think he did.
He has to stay at Pittsburgh.
I think he signed with the Titans.
He'll be back.
He'll be back?
Yeah.
But, yeah, with the Steelers, Arthur Smith's the OC, so that's a.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Is it a bad or a good?
That's terrible.
What a pairing with Russell Wilson, though.
That actually might be. A good
that's
pairing.
the thing. Yeah, it might work.
They will run the rock.
Devin Williams has stress fractures in his back. He'll miss 3 months.
The pitcher.
Mm-hmm. Brewers.
It's football season.
Yeah, not in a week
March.
and a half.
Japan next week.
Keeping it on
March
the
20th.
keeping it on the LSU wagon. Lloyd Cushenberry
Shout out Cush.
going to the Titans. We talked about the Titans a lot. Made a lot of big moves. This one of the better centers in the league.
Because
4
Derek Lively
years,
giving all the business.
4 years, $50 million. Chance we don't have a player over 6'9". Come on now.
He's right there.
Who? TJD?
Yeah.
He's 6'9".
I thought he was 6'11".
He's 6'9".
They listed him at 6'11" in Indiana. I swear they did. I swear they did.
Nah, he's 6'9". And he still dunk on Wemby. Or Thrunk. Shout out Kush, though. I mean, one of the more underrated guys from that championship team, I think.
Oh,
Never got
he
talked
was the
about.
best
Never got
center
talked
in
about.
The, best center on the market, they said.
3-star.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of them just Damian Lewis
Is
with
he,
JUCO.
is he a Louisiana guy?
yes.
I can't remember where from. But you must have saw that tweet I saw. There's something about Patrick Queen, first Livonia player to ever go to LSU.
Dutchtown.
Cushenberry, 3-star recruit, LSU. Damian Lewis went JUCO, then LSU.
Mississippi JUCO.
Well, all won a national championship together. Now all just got paid massively.
Justin Jefferson wasn't even a
We
star.
talked about him yet.
He wasn't even a star. He didn't have a star on his name. They gave him.
it.
They gave him the number 110 when he got there. I mean,
That's one of the craziest stories.
Jacoby Brissett to the Patriots. Shocker.
Most predictable thing. of all.
Derrick Henry. Here we go. Baltimore.
let me ask you this:
2 years, $16 million. Can get up to 20. Only
Is he
$9
going to finally
million
get hurt
guaranteed.
now?
That's a very good question. But what you got, Peyton?
I don't see Derek running the ball in like an RPO situation in a shotgun. Like I don't.
I think they'll go pistol with him to make it as close to normal as possible.
Exactly, they're going to have to.
They like the pistol a lot. They do that a lot. With that Patrick Ricard set where he's kind of offset to Lamar.
Because that's Derek. I've never seen him really run out of straight shotgun or RPO stuff. Like it feels weird to me that
They'll make it work for Derek. Whatever Derek wants, Derek will get. I think,
I find
man,
this crazy. He's not even in the top 40 all time for carries.
Really?
Like you think Derek, he's running to the ground but he's not even. He's 43rd, I think. Like it's really nuts.
He's 30. You'd think he'd have that already.
Yeah, you think he would,
especially because he's never really been hurt.
No,
and he's been getting the ball for 6 years, 7 years at least as that guy.
Guy. Saban ran him to the ground in Bama.
Oh, absolutely. And God, we've seen his high school stats.
Yes, yes.
Like he was breaking records.
Yes,
the number of carries he was getting. I think it can work, and I think the pairing of Keaton Mitchell with him, if Keaton can come back healthy, very much thunder and lightning. And as always, the Ravens will probably find some other random running back that will come in and produce. He's a free agent right now.
Really?
Yeah. But, he's hurt, so he might come back and, just on a little 1-year deal to prove it. Go all in on that offense. But I think it can work, and I think if it does work, it's going to be pretty freaking scary. Lot of weapons for the Ravens. Henry, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews. I don't know if – I ain't heard anything about Odell.
I
think he's a free agent.
He's going to get $15 million a year.
Okay.
I heard that somewhere.
People have been thinking that the Jets is where he's going. We'll see.
He'll tear something up there on that turf.
Yeah, probably. It'll be interesting though. The Ravens are fun. Maybe they'll draft a free agent. Draft a receiver in the draft. Who knows?
Probably not.
Probably not. But
they got their
They'll be a
one.
pass rusher.
Yeah, they got their one. They're 5'9" guy. They'll get a pass rusher that failed because of an injury.
No doubt.
It'll be fun though. I'm anxious to see. Lining up Lamar and Derrick Henry in the backfield that's a pretty scary sight. It is, and not a bad contract.
Who's the fullback?
Patrick Ricard.
Mm-hmm. Who's the backup?
Backup running back? Keaton Mitchell right now. The guy that he's had some good weeks and then he tore his ACL very badly.
I feel like they probably will pick up another
They'll
one.
pick up somebody else. Gabe Davis to the Jags, signed that pretty quickly. 3 years, $39 million, up to $50.
He ain't worth that.
He is not. I don't think so at all. Zadarius Smith to the Browns, came back after a pretty good year. 2 years, $23 million. I like that deal a lot. Josh Jacobs, we talked about that one plenty already. Shout out to the Packers though. Like they're
Spending money, baby.
And their offense, I've got the ages of their offense. It's freaking.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
They're
and
all
I
26 or younger, I think.
Oh, Bill just said tech it up. Are they losing?
They're losing.
We were only up by 5 at freaking half.
57-51.
9
What
minutes
channel
left.
is that on?
CBS Sports Network.
Do you have that?
What? No, it's
no,
no,
yeah.
it's not on TV. It's not on TV.
It's not?
ESPN Plus.
I'm looking anyway because I don't trust you.
I just looked.
It is ESPN Plus. Okay, turn on ESPN Plus.
Nah, Warriors are on.
We want to watch Tech screw it up.
Heck no. Screw
Hey,
that.
they just made a free throw with me watching.
We're back. Here's the ages of the offense. So Jordan Love. Jordan Love, 25. Jordan Love, 25, hasn't gotten his deal yet.
Dell 14.
Probably getting. Hey, we're good.
Oh crap! That was Middle Tennessee State. Never mind.
The team in blue.
Yeah. Never mind. I forgot we were the 2 seed.
Jordan Love, 25, hasn't gotten his contract yet, but it'll happen pretty soon. Josh Jacobs, 26, just signed on. And then here's their receiving core.
Crazy.
Romeo Dobbs, 23. Jaden Reed, 23. Christian Watson, 24. Dontavian Wicks, 22. Luke Musgrave, 23. Tucker Kraft, 23. The O-line, Rasheed Walker, 24. Zach Tom, 24. Elkton Jenkins, 28. Josh Myers, 25.
Wow.
That's 1, 2.
And a young head coach too.
That's 10 members of your offense right there. Nope, that's 12 members of your offense.
Jordan Love impressed me. Really impressed me. I just want to see it.
Absolutely.
Give me another year.
Absolutely.
Tiny rule, baby.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've established that here.
But they've got the model to where it can succeed, and that's why they're able to pay these Xavier McKinney's and all these defensive
Josh
players
Jacobs.
is because they're not paying anybody on offense. Like I think Elton Jenkins, has a contract at guard, but that's pretty much it. It's gonna be fun to watch the Packers, and I think it'll be a situation. Chris Paul teched up the ref, so you got to tech. That's my point guard.
Point guard.
I've got a bet on him tonight, and I think he sucks. I need to look at those stats. Jordan Brooks to the Dolphins. Dolphins finally made a move after a long time. Yeah. They lost a lot of players in free agency.
A lot.
Jordan Brooks, though, pretty good
Including
player.
the next guy.
Yeah. But, Andrew Van Ginkel, who kind of a Brook replacement. They're kind of different types of linebackers, but
well, they lost Jordan Baker as well, and
Jerome,
that one too, and
Jordan Brooks, though, Texas Tech
more
guy,
taking his spot.
He's one of those guys that were in that was it the 2019 draft or 2018 draft? He's in one of them two. That there's like so many of them, Jordan Brooks and Kenneth Murray, those linebackers that all felt like they could be one of those guys, but none of them really panned out.
I'm still shocked Kenneth Murray hasn't done it.
Yeah, who also now a Titan.
Yeah.
Titans just spinning on everybody. Brooks, so I like that signing for the Dolphins. It's going to be interesting to see what that defense is going to do, though. And as a lot of people were saying, it's almost like Vic Fangio knew whenever he wanted to leave, that he knew that this was about to happen. Andrew Van Ginkel to the Vikings, 2-year deal. Levante David back to the Bucks, as he should. Good for him.
He needs to retire.
Absolutely. What is he now? 34. Wow. Feels like he should be older.
It really does.
40.
Wow. That's crazy.
He's got another 5 or 6 in him probably.
Yeah. John Simpson, big guard from the Ravens, went to the Jets. Let's see if there's any other big names down here. Tony Pollard, 3-year, 24. Not a bad deal. I mean, it might be a little bit too much for him.
Too much for him.
But still, it's not terrible.
And was it 3 or 4?
It's 3 for 24. So
okay.
I don't know how much of that is guaranteed, though. Probably 16 or so.
What was the Eckler deal?
Something cheap. Let me see if I can find it.
Like that's why I kept why are you going there?
Yeah. Awuzie, I like that deal to the Titans. Another freaking Titan signing.
Go to Dallas.
3 years, 36.
Go to Houston.
Darnell Mooney, 3 years, 39 to the Falcons, 26 guaranteed. I think he can be a very good player.
That's gonna be a good player. That's steep.
It's steep, but I think he can be a really good
for
player.
his production.
Yeah. Marcus Davenport, Saints legend, to the Lions. Also, shout out to Meek Robertson,
Lions.
who signed yesterday without me even knowing. To our Lions, another freaking Louisiana boy up there.
Here's
that we'll
another
get to
one
love.
I don't get.
Bobby Wag.
I don't get.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
I saw someone tweet that today.
Hey man, I like what the Redskins have done.
Oh,
Sue
Redskins.
me.
Yeah.
That's my team, man. That's what I was talking about earlier. I think they've done a phenomenal job this offseason already.
Bob Myers, baby.
I think they've done a great job.
Bob Myers.
And they get Jaden Daniels probably.
I don't love my least favorite part of their off season is Dan Quinn. Honestly,
Besides that's
my least favorite part. But at the same time, Dan Quinn's been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and you get Cliff Kingsbury, who
That's my
he did
downside.
He did bad at being a head coach.
I rather have
but
Quinn than
maybe he's
Cliff.
better. Maybe he's better at just focusing on one thing. You know,
I'm
might
very
help him.
interested. I think JD5's the guy there now. I think he's the betting favorite. I think it finally changed for the first time from May to him, and I think Marcus Mariota signing helped that out a lot.
Dude, just look at the pieces they have on offense now.
I mean, Mariota kind of made me think JD5.
Yeah, absolutely,
happen.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't feel.
What do you do with Howell though? That's the weird thing now.
You're trading him.
You have to, but like,
Trading him for
where
Yeah.
do you trade him now?
New Orleans needs a backup.
I'll take him.
I mean, I'll take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Who's in Denver? Stidham?
Bo Nix. That's what everybody's saying. Bo Nix.
Like, there's places that need a
Oakland?
quarterback. Oakland or not Oakland? Vegas.
They got
Vegas needs one.
O'Connell and Minshew though.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Harbaugh, I'll take a backup with Hal.
You know,
Who's behind Herbert?
Chase Daniel.
I mean, I guess
Easton
I
Stick.
can't-
JJ McCarthy.
Easton Stick, who played this past year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like, I
Easton
mean,
Stick,
Give
yeah.
me some Hal for a
But no,
6th-round pick or whatever.
That was the team I was talking about. I think they've done really well.
Yeah, I mean, there's another signing for them, Jeremy Chin.
Jeremy Chin.
Another good player.
And you skipped over one earlier, the linebacker from Carolina that went there.
Which I mean, they've had plenty of money.
Lavuvu.
Why did
Yeah,
Chicago?
Frankie Louvu.
Chicago has all this money. Where's this money going?
They signed DeAndre Swift.
They signed DeAndre
Yeah, but
Swift. They signed somebody else
Where's
on
their
defense.
big splash hire? I mean,
They signed somebody on defense.
They got like $100-something million.
Yeah.
You can't take it with you. You got to
They're waiting
spend
for
it.
next year.
Who did they spend it on? They signed somebody. Huh?
I saw a tweet saying they fixed all three levels on defense. All three
maybe
levels
they
have been
did- maybe
paid.
they
I
didn't
haven't
make
seen
it.
the Chicago logo
Yeah,
yet. Clay.
Jalen Johnson. They did Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, they re-signed a guy that no one expected them to bring back.
I still haven't seen the Chicago logo, Clay.
Yeah, they didn't. Maybe they didn't. Hey, they went outside the NFL top 100. They went a different route. Let me just go to their straight up
Because that's been working for them.
hires. Yeah. Let's see.
Clay Mangum's playing.
Good.
So what are they doing with Fields?
I've
This
seen,
is so awkward.
I've seen
You gotta get rid of
backup.
him.
I've
You got
seen,
to. The backup ain't working. You got rid of him.
I've seen as a backup there, as a backup elsewhere, which one of the main spots elsewhere was the Colts. I don't think that's happening now with Joe.
No.
I've seen Philadelphia be a backup there.
I mean, he has to be a backup at this point.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, is Atlanta fully out of it? Why couldn't Atlanta take him as a backup?
They got Rattler or not Rattler.
They got
I think-
Heineke on a
They're two.
Yeah,
2 or
they
3
have
year deal.
Heineke, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, us would make sense. And we just got all those extra 5th and 6th round picks for
No,
compensation.
we're not doing nothing though.
I know.
We
but
don't have a backup quarterback.
You got Jake.
We got
Bears,
the Fresno
Bears
State
signed
kid, but
Bears signed Kevin Byard, Gerald Everett,
that might have been who I was thinking. It was Jalen Johnson
and Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles' husband. So I mean, nothing crazy, but Kevin Byard and Jalen Johnson. I think that's the levels. Or
Who's
something.
left? Give me the list of who's left. Because they got so much money, they gotta spend it.
Tyron Smith. People are thinking he's going to the Jets. Mike Williams, freshly available.
Ooh.
that would
be
good
good
for, the
for
Bears.
yeah.
They need another
A
receiver.
big
I've also-
receiver.
They lost Darnell Mooney.
I've seen him to the Chiefs.
Oh.
MVS, but
Yeah,
good at football.
That would work.
Always
that,
hurt.
that would work.
Kendall Fuller, Hollywood Brown hasn't signed
I mean,
anywhere.
Fuller was already been in Chicago.
No, his brother had.
That's
Kyle.
Right. That's right. Kyle. Sorry.
He still
Kendall-
might be there.
Kendall, somebody robbed his house, right?
I don't know about
This
that.
offseason?
Maybe Hollywood Brown's got to go somewhere. Stephon Gilmore, I'm assuming he'd go to a contender. Chase Young, who dat?
What happened to that? Went from visiting to nothing. I
He's-
mean, like
the
Cam
Ti-
Jordan.
the Titans were also on that list. so
Like
he's probably
Cam
just going
Jordan
there.
tweeted, "No way he's going to the Panthers."
Hey, Luke Combs says they're a guy or two away, man.
Luke Combs.
That's what
okay.
Luke Combs said. He tweeted the other day, "What are we doing?"
Cameron Curl, Jadeveon Clowney, Julian Blackman, Justin Simmons hasn't gone anywhere.
I mean, these are all guys you're going to sign
Curtis
for like a
Samuel.
1-2 year cheap deals.
yeah.
Like
DJ Reader, he's been pretty hot on the market.
I would take that.
Yeah.
I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Kevin Zeitler, Christian
Kevin
Fulton, another LSU guy. Devin White, I haven't heard anything about him. Honestly, nothing. Dory Jackson, another Fuller, Jordan, KJ
The
Osborne.
thing with them wide receivers, that market's going to be slow, man.
Yeah.
I've seen Tyler Boyd.
because of the draft.
I've seen Tyler Boyd to Pittsburgh.
I saw that was
he,
basically guaranteed.
Yeah, that's where he played college ball at.
I think funny that Mike Thomas is not on this list. Pete's on this list before Mike Thomas.
Trey Day. I forgot about him. Jimmy G.
Trey Day's
Mike Thomas right there.
Trey's
101.
going to take a 1 year deal.
Trey Day
Somebody
needs to go
contender.
to Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
Put him in
Detroit.
Detroit.
Mike T's going to be
I like Detroit getting
Mike T's going to be at Cincinnati.
Carlton Davis, right?
Mark it down.
You think so? That'll
Him
freaking
and-
work.
Him and Burrow are boys.
Okay.
Remember, he
It'll
was on
work.
the sideline in that
Oh,
championship
Ohio State?
game because they were Ohio State. Yeah.
That'll
I mean,
work.
it'll work. I mean,
Every Louisiana
Let-
fan will hate that.
let T go.
Yeah.
You bring him in, still draft one, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just seems right, but it maybe not. But that's ooh, you know what I just thought about? I can see him going.
Kansas City?
Think about it. No, think about a head coach that was on staff with him.
Uh.
Our Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell.
They need a.
They
They need another.
guy.
He's pretty much Amon-Ra. He runs. He's a
Yeah.
similar type player.
But Dan knows him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely. And Aaron Glenn.
and you're gonna get him cheap. Yeah, and Glenn.
Aaron Glenn, who's everybody's favorite, right?
And Ben Johnson.
Ben will scheme him open.
For at least a month, and then he'll be hurt. But
Yeah,
I mean,
the Lions have to do something there.
They have to.
They have to.
It drove me nuts all last year. Like they got to do something there, and they might be drafting one first round. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, it's
But there's
possible.
too many. Like Boyd would fit well. I mean, I would think Jared Goff would love
Mike
Boyd.
Williams.
Mike Williams. Yes.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
You know, but my question is, what the crap's the Bills gonna do? They're in such cap hell.
What are the?
I don't know who's playing safety.
Who's playing receiver besides Diggs?
Who's playing safety or corner?
or corner? Who is-
Hollywood Brown can go somewhere.
They redid Rasul Douglas's deal.
Hollywood would fit well with Josh.
Yeah,
And you're
I mean,
probably
that's-
getting him on a cheap.
That's Shakir. They have Shakir.
He's more Isaiah McKenzie, but good at football.
They got Mac Hollins yesterday, which I mean
Maybe Stephon Gilmore to the Bills, back where he started.
maybe that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
They need it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have safeties. They have no safety.
Justin Simmons. That's where I've thought him there
But-
from the start.
They don't have the money.
But
He might not
but
get the
Chance,
money.
I
He's
would
been
say-
paid forever.
Well, and then you've gone this long, and you're like,
I'm still hoping for him to New Orleans.
You're sitting there. Well, I mean, Badger
wants him.
Badger wants him.
Yeah.
But you're still sitting there at
Badger
this
wants,
point,
Badger gets.
and you're quote unquote 37th best player available. You're not getting paid much.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
And like Curtis Samuel. I like Curtis Samuel.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not
I've
a bad player.
always
at all.
liked Curtis Samuel.
And can do a lot of different stuff for you. I saw something about the Ravens were calling about Debo. I don't know if that was
Go
true.
up. Is that
Luka will not return tonight.
Is that Connor
Bet you didn't
Williams
get your
up
triple
top?
double. Yeah, this dude had freaking 3 rebounds.
They're going to
tonight.
lose then.
Connor Williams, 51.
He just had a great year this year, I thought.
He's wearing a Dolphins jersey. I didn't know he was there.
Played center. They moved him to center from tackle
When
to
everybody
center.
got hurt.
No, he signed there as a center. He played tackle for the Cowboys.
Miami's in trouble because Miami did all
Dude, they
that
lose people
trading
left and right,
and they
dude.
did all that in this last year too to try to go all in, and then you're
And both
sitting
of
there
their edge rushers are ACL and Achilles.
are old. Like I mean, they're in.
They got Shaquille
trouble.
Barrett.
And I mean,
Yeah,
who,
I mean
he'll
they
be a
still have
rotational
Jalen
pass
Phillips and they
rusher.
have Bradley Chubb. but
They're both hurt.
They're hurt. That's the thing.
I
But
think
they
Miami.
should be ready.
I think Miami. I don't think draft well.
Which I saw something about that. People were talking about how Miami doesn't draft well, yet so many of these players that have signed this free agency were people Miami drafted.
They just don't.
They're
keep
just
them.
not keeping them. Maybe that's for a reason. I don't know. But I mean, they lost Xavier Howard. They got to have someone on the other side of him, other side of Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
Chris Paul's not playing. Cool.
Which they should. I mean, they they were in a top 5 draft pick for how many years in a row? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you should have. It's hard to miss that many times.
Lost Van Ginkel.
Yeah. You know, they lost a lot of pieces.
He almost missed the round.
Yeah, he almost busted his head.
It'll be interesting. Any other big NFL news? Can't really think of much.
Kind of sucks. We got to wait another month for the draft. I'm kind of ready for the draft.
Yeah, I want that to be like next week.
Yeah, it needs to. They need to have them a little closer together.
That's too spread out.
Well, they have all these pro days,
but they do it to drag you.
Yeah, because with the NBA, the draft is at the end of June, and then your free agency starts like July 4th.
Did you see?
I'll sit there and watch the draft and be like, "Oh, I forgot he signed there." Like,
yeah,
I mean, you'll forget.
And it's interesting the difference in NFL. It's free agency a month before the draft. NBA, it's the draft the week before the free agency.
Yeah.
I wonder what's the thought process between it being that way.
Well, I think because
is there more significance to NFL building through the draft or something?
Well, I mean, you have such a bigger roster and you're bringing so much.
You have more draft picks.
Yeah, and all this
more draft picks probably.
That
with the NBA, you're usually getting 2 guys, and one of them might play.
Might be on the roster. Yeah, I mean, it's your draft. You can walk away with 4 or 5 starters in one draft.
Yep.
Between draft and the.
Yeah, it's interesting to think how different would it be if it was flipped though.
Mm-hmm. I think
what if we drafted right now? What if we were drafting this weekend
and had free
with
agency at the end of April?
Saquon and Derrick Henry on the free agency?
They wouldn't get paid the money.
It'd be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because think about the Falcons. The Falcons, people were thinking J.J. McCarthy, something like that at 8. Now they have Kirk Cousins. No one's thinking quarterback. It changes your entire draft strategy. And I think that might be an aspect of why it's this way, because with the NBA, if you sign Kevin Durant, you're not going to shy away from getting a forward because you can just move him to small forward or move up KD to power forward or something like that. It's positionless almost, where with the NFL, it's you're pretty strict with that.
Yes.
And that's another thing. I was also thinking about talking about March Madness with how the women's are flipped in terms of their major conferences are already done playing, and then the small ones are finishing. While in men's, it's the small ones go first, and then the major ones finish last. It's just little scheduling things like that makes me wonder why. Because last weekend, Caitlin Clark's already finished.
Well, why wouldn't you want the women's playing this week?
Yeah,
I would think you'd want that for viewership.
And which
they don't want to compete with the big men.
Maybe that is why the big women's.
They're competing in the big tournaments. I'd rather compete against the conference tournaments now with the big tournament.
Maybe that's why the big women's tournaments finish early, so you can have Caitlin Clark on national TV on Sunday afternoon.
But if you remember, when LSU won it last year, they played the night. They played after the men's.
Talking about on the national championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. The national championship's the night after. Yeah.
Which is weird to me.
The conference championship is the.
Why wouldn't you take that Sunday night?
Yeah.
That's wide open. There's nothing going on. The Final Four men's is Saturday night. They get the day off, and then national championship Monday night. Why wouldn't your girls be Friday night Final Four and Sunday night national championship?
And they did Sunday and Tuesday.
So Sunday and Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that. I would love to know that.
Start it a couple days early instead of late.
Yeah, absolutely. That Sunday night's wide open.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that way it's on a weekend instead of a Tuesday.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Championship on a Tuesday feels a little bit weird.
Feels weird. Yeah.
Anything? What's Tech doing over there?
They're down 3 with 2 minutes left.
Uh-oh.
Take it up.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. No.
Flip it over.
Yeah, I'll throw it on the TV over here.
Y'all see Schefter tweeting, or somebody was tweeting about some corner from Georgia ran a 4.5, and that was great. That was good for him.
I
had to reread it 5 times to make sure I understood it correctly. Yeah, 4.5. It was good because he was one of the top corners in the draft.
Good.
Where's the white boy from Iowa run?
I don't think he's running. I don't think he should. I don't think he's going to run at that.
I don't think
he's got to.
He's got to. Yeah.
Oh, it's required.
He's white. Yeah, it's required.
You got to run it once at least.
You got to.
Yeah.
At corner.
At corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your draft stock would drop. It would drop a lot worse than running 4.7.
Not doing it.
All right. I think that's it for this. Who dat?
March Madness.
We didn't even talk about the Saints.
What is there to talk about? Willie Gay?
We signed Xander Horvath at fullback.
And we cut the receiver that's been hurt for 5 years in a row.
And the guard.
And freaking Petey's been hurt his whole career. Yeah,
and we restructured DeMario.
But hey, Ramczyk seems healthy and ready to go. They're optimistic that he's going to be back to normal.
Cool.
Which is cool because, I mean,
it's a
we
major
were thinking,
point. We're thinking retiring.
Yeah, he was thinking retiring.
Yeah.
And we're looking at offensive line. We're like, he's going to be a starter. So, like,
there was some speculation on Georgia cornerback Kamari Lassiter's 40 time at the school's pro day today. I read that, I'm thinking, what has happened? Did he run out of bounds?
Stopwatches were 4.65 or something.
According to 4 NFL personnel in attendance, his time was between 4.5 flat and 4.51. Plenty fast for one of the best players in the entire draft class. I've never heard of this guy.
Someone reported he
ran
a 4.7.
It's Phil Yates. Dude, all right, so I kept reading that. I was waiting on it to be he's one of the car wreck guys or something from the chick that died.
I know he loves speed.
I thought that's what it was. I thought that's what it was going to be. Blew my mind when it was like 4.5 flat. Really?
Yeah.
Good for him. Got receivers running 4.22s. So good luck with that.
Yeah, literally. That was insane. Who dat? Restructure champions, baby.
Players Championship this week.
Yeah. March. Selection Sunday is 4 days away.
Let's go. Bayou Bandits.
That's it, baby.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and